Hello, hello, hello. Who is that watching? Just gonna wait for us to get a couple more people on before I start. Hey, beautifully blessed. How are you? I'm good. I'm a little stuffy, but I'm good. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to come on before I start. Yes, be blessed. Okay? Blessed is the best way to be. I'm trying to write down a couple notes too. All right, I'm gonna give people like 3 more minutes and then I'm just gonna start. I guess because everybody's used to me coming on about 8 o'clock ish, something like that. But daylight saving time, so they see a little light outside. They want to show out. All right. Well, fuck it. Let's start. All right. So, this is Money March. It is Manifestation March, whatever you want to call it. We are trying to figure out how to get this money and keep this money flowing to us. Last week, if you didn't watch last week's video, I had Sister Nadia Vanderhall, NB knows, on the Zoom chat, and I just went ahead and shared it, talking about what to do with your money. how to do it, and I talked about manifesting more money, keeping your money, keeping the right attitude, and all of that good stuff. This week we're going to talk about starting a business. A lot of people want to start a business, have been starting a business since COVID has hit, and everybody's talking about getting an LLC. Well, what does that mean? How do you get started? What do you do? All of that good stuff. So we're going to talk about that. If you have questions, the chat is open. Just put the question in the chat. I'll answer the question. I think Nadia will be answering questions too, because she's very knowledgeable about this, because she does marketing as well. And she has a business as well. And typical housekeeping stuff. My website, Melanated Medicine Woman, and my other website, Yank and Glow, both have sales happening right now. So feel free to go up there and catch a sale. Readings are on sale as well for finance and job readings and career readings are on sale 30 minutes for $35. So you're welcome to go and book a reading. What else? Products, and more products. You know what to do. Everything is there. Next week is the full moon, so make sure you're getting ready to release whatever you don't want to hold on to. And last week was the new moon, so we made it through that. And now we're moving forward. So, starting a business. Where do you start? You want to start a business, you have an idea for a business. Where do you start? Well, if you're thinking about starting a business, the first thing to do is look at yourself. Look at yourself. What are you good at? What gifts and talents do you have? What resources do you already have? What do you know? What do you want to know? And who else is doing it? Okay. Business usually comes when you're helping people to solve a problem, right? It's usually when business pops up. You have something that somebody else needs. So if you have a gift, an idea, a twisted view on how to do things, a different view, a different way of presenting things, then yeah, go ahead and start your business. It's a market for everything. A market for everything. And you have to understand that the marketplace is always going to be loud. So if you know the marketplace is always going to be loud, then you do your damnness to make your mark in the marketplace. Okay? It does not mean that you're going to jump up and have hundreds of customers immediately, but what it does mean is that you make your presence known, and those that like what you're offering, those that can relate to what you're offering, will find you and buy from you and support you in whatever way possible. I have to sneeze. So understanding that the marketplace can come from anywhere, especially since online has made it huge. Okay, anybody can start a business. You see all of these LLCs popping up because people are using their stimulus money. Okay, you see businesses popping up because people have lost their jobs during COVID. You see businesses popping up because people finally decided, well, I have nothing but time on my hands. Since I can't go to work and I can't do anything else, I might as well start that business that I've been thinking about. So you're seeing these businesses pop up. You're seeing everybody's talking about LLC. I got an LLC this, LLC that. That is a formation, a type of business formation. You have an S Corp, you have LLC, LLP. LLC is limited liability corporation. The S Corp, you have a couple others. Okay, so it is a type of formation. Limited liability corporation just makes you a pass-through entity, meaning they can't sue you and take your shit. They are suing your company. Okay, that's basically what it does. It gives you immunity from being sued personally. They can sue your company or go after your company and not go after you personally. Okay, so that's what a LLC basically does. Now, when you start this, the question a lot of people have is, should I have a business partner? And that's a good question. Should you have a business partner? Well, it depends on you. If you know that you don't work well with people, you don't do well with authority, business partner probably is not for you. Because that means you have to answer to somebody that is your checks and balance system. Your business partner is. If you know that their business partner is a silent partner and they're not going to be, making half the decisions, they're just going to give you the money to back you and let you do whatever you want to do, then cool. But the reality is, I don't think there are too many people who are willing to give up that much control over a business that they are putting their money toward. Period. So look at the fact of what you're doing. Look at how much you're putting in, how much the other person is willing to put in, and that goes for money, that goes for effort and work and everything else. It is rare, yes, Nadia, very rare that people can go into business together, especially friends and family. Okay? Your business can really fall apart at the seams because everyone wants the title, nobody wants the work. I'm going to say that again. Everyone wants the title, nobody wants the work. It's cool to say, yeah, I'm a business owner, I own my business, I work for myself, but then you don't do the work. Your partner does the work. Okay? So that is not something that's easily done. It's a very delicate balance. And it's not a bad thing to have a business partner. You know why? Because you get a business partner who's strong in the areas that you may be weak in. So if you're not good with numbers, but you're good with everything else, you get you a business partner who will crunch the numbers for you. That's their job. Their primary job is support you in the sense of helping you to figure out pricing, helping you to figure out tax information, helping you to figure out the numbers portion, inventory. That's their strong suit. So your business partner should complement you by knowing something that you might not know or having a skill set that you may not have. It's okay if you both have the same skill set, but it's always great to have a skill set that you might not have. Not only that, but having a business partner actually expands your resources. Not everything is coming out your pocket. It's coming out of their pocket too. So you're not the only one flipping the bill for a lot of this stuff. Okay. And it also means that their resources become your resources in a sense because their friends and their network support the business in one way or another. So it expands you and expands your business. So having a business partner really is not that bad sometimes. You just need to know. Also, make sure you and your business partner have the same goals in mind. Do we have the same goals? Do we have the same end game? Because you have to have the same vision as your business partner. If y'all have two different visions of where you want this business to go, how you want it to look, the things that you want to sell, and how you want to expand, shit's not going to work. It's not. If your business partner thinks that Your work hours are literally from 9 to 5. When working as an entrepreneur is 24 hours a fucking day for the most part, it ain't gonna work. Period. Hey, Tashia. So understanding the dynamics of having a business partner, knowing who this person is. Can you trust this person? What is their work ethic like? What is their network like? What are they good at? What aren't they good at? What aren't they good at? Look at all of that. What else do they bring to the table? Because it gets to be a lot on one person if you're working for yourself, but by yourself. It can be a lot. I work by myself. My nephew packs my teas. I pay him to pack my tea, and I do everything else for the most part. That means my job is marketing. My job is inventory. My job is finding vendors. My job is packing my shit, making my shit. My job is making sure that I'm finding new products and making new products and testing and discovering. It is a 24-hour, 7 days a week thing. I am customer service. Okay? You call, you email, I got to respond back to that shit. So it never ends. And what do? If you have one temperament and your business partner has a different temperament, you might not be the person for customer service. Okay? Because me, I cuss people out. I leave you right where you are. I meet you right where you at. That's what you want. That's what you get. It's all on how you approach me. Now, I'm very diplomatic in how I handle things. I will say that. But once you push my button, bitch, you can have your fucking money back because I'm not doing this with you. You're not about to get on my fucking nerves. You're not about to email me every day. You're not about to go on social media and blast me saying that my product was this or you didn't get your product this. So take your little funky dollars back because that's what I'm going to say. Because what you don't buy, somebody else will. Period. It's always a buyer. Always. And that's why you don't get caught up in that stuff. Know when you need to tap out when it comes to a customer. That whole thing, a customer is almost always right, that's bullshit. They're not always right. Because you have some scheming ass people who will take advantage of you. Hey, Audrey P. Some people who will take advantage of you. Now, what I am is fair, and I do provide great customer service. So if your shit is fucked up when you get it, and you tell me it's fucked up, that's what I'm going to do. You know what, girl? Don't worry about it. I'm going to send it back. I'm going to send you a new one. Keep that one, but I'm going to send you a new one. Because it shouldn't have come to you like that. It's not hard. But you have to understand, sometimes you have to take that hit. You might lose out on money. Are you ready to do that as a business owner? For an example, I went to this event and paid $400, close to $500 to be a vendor at this event. Okay, why did I pay $400? Because Super Scent was going to be there. Okay, if anybody knows Super Scent, she is the CEO of the Crayon Case. And so she was supposed to be at this event. It's during Memorial Day, and it's in Charlotte. I live 4.5 hours away from Charlotte. So that would require me to drive and find lodging. But I mean, I have Nadia down there, so I mean, I could just stay there if I want to. But that's neither here nor there. That's something I had to do. So I paid the money. She's already slack on the marketing for the event. Okay. Slack on the marketing for the event. But Okay, cool. Because in her little marketing piece, she said that it would be some cross promotion about the vendors that will be there. Okay, cool. Got to the event. Yes, it was very well put together in the sense of how it looked, but it was a shit show. Vendors were supposed to be able to eat for free. Vendors were also supposed to do a meet and greet with Super Cent. Well, vendors ate after all the guests ate, but we paid the most money to be there. Okay, that's first and foremost. We paid like $400 or something, if not more, for a vending table. But when it was time for us to eat, we were the last to eat, and they ran out of fucking food and silverware. So here we go with that. Whenever I go to events, I always do a full setup of all of my products that you can try ahead of time. And I literally walk you through the whole thing, give you a free facial, and I typically give away a couple free samples. Well, that took time to prepare. I had to prepare all the samples. I had to set up the table. I had to pack the car. I had to do all of these things and still drive the 4.5 hours. So yeah, I had to do all of these things. Keep in mind, my products are handmade. I do not do orders ahead of time. Everything's handmade, usually the week of. So, I have my products out. People are walking around. No one's trying anything. Why? Because they don't want to get their makeup messed up. Why? Because they want to be able to take pictures with Super Cent. Already took a hit there. Why? Because people aren't trying my product. 2, people are grabbing handfuls of my fucking samples. Bitch, a sample is a sample. You get one sample. You don't get handfuls of any fucking thing. Put that shit back. Okay? Put it the fuck back. But I have to be diplomatic, right? So what do I do? Oh no, you can put that down. You can try it right here. And then it became samples when you buy something, because people were taking handfuls of samples. The woman who put on the event claimed that she was going to support every business there and buy something from every business. She did not. That was the other thing. She lied. Okay. So now you done lied to me 2-3 times already. So now I'm pissed. We were the last ones to see Super Cent, and she didn't give a fuck about none of the shit that we gave her. Nothing. The other person that was supposed to be there, that was there, was Shay from Love and Hip Hop, that used to mess with Lil Scrappy. She was there as well. She was nice, and she was supposed to reach back out to me, but she didn't. So I didn't worry about it. But she was there talking about her fibroid journey and all that other stuff. Well, I was like, well, this is great cross marketing. Didn't work. Okay. So people do the most at certain events. But as a entrepreneur, I took the hit. So I lost out on $400 and something because I did not break even at all. I came nowhere near being even. Nothing turned a sale. I made maybe 3 or 4 sales while I was there. And hey, Ali Band, thank you, Betty. I made 3 or 4 sales while I was there. That didn't even break 150. Okay. Keep in mind, I paid $460 something out of my pocket. Didn't break 150. All the samples I gave out did not convert to sales. So all the stuff that I gave away, nobody came back to purchase off of my website. No one purchased anything from any of the vendors that were there. That was the other issue. So I wasn't the only one that took a hit. So now I'm looking like, well, damn, I took a hit. But I also took a chance because they got my product out in front of a celebrity. And that's what I was looking at. I wasn't looking at all of the other small factors. I was looking at my product placement. Did it help me at all? Absolutely fucking not. So That's something that you have to think about as a business owner. Your risk. How much of a risk some of these things are. Are you willing to take these risks? You have to be a risk taker sometimes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But at the end of the day, at least you tried. You have to be able to take a risk. There are going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of the same product that you sell. But the reality is, somebody's going to buy your product. Okay? Now let's talk a little bit about your product. Now, when you're making products by hand, of course, that is time consuming and is expensive. People fail to realize how much it costs to make certain items by hand. Handmade items are expensive. They can be expensive depending on the ingredients you use or the materials that you use. It's time consuming. They're never perfect. Sometimes you can get the formula just right and, go back and revamp your formula and have your formula written out. But it does not mean that it will be perfect. You just now have a formula that you can go by, all of your ingredients and what worked and what didn't work. That means you have to go through and make sure you're taking notes. It's pretty much a scientific method whenever you're doing, especially handmade products, because you have to remember what you're doing. As for me, in my household, in my products, I go with God. It's hard for me to do that because most of the time when I'm in creative mode, I'm just creating. I'm just putting things together to see how well they go together, how they mesh. And then I have to go back and do all of the other piece of writing stuff down, and because I'm just creating. I can't try to create and take notes. It doesn't work like that for me. I just go with God, literally. Sometimes I stand in front of my herb cabinet and just say what it is that I'm trying to do. And next thing I know, I'm just grabbing herbs. And I have a formula that works. Okay. Testing. You test your products. You can send them out to people to test them out. Send them out to your friends. Send them out to your friends sometimes know people that need things. So your friend can be like, okay, well, I know a girl that worked with me that needs such. My line sister worked with a girl who was breastfeeding, and I just came up with a breastfeeding formula tea. So I asked her, well, tell her to try it. She tried it. I gave it to her for free. Sometimes you just have to let people go, let things happen free of charge, and don't charge people because they are testing things out for you. And when you do things like that, make sure they agree to give you honest feedback. Okay? Don't just give your product away and get nothing out of it. Get honest feedback. Bitch, you getting a free product. Whether you like it or not, I need to know so I can improve it. So know your audience. Know your product. The other thing is know your audience. Know who your target audience is. Know who you're making products for. Because I see a lot of times on social media, people get upset because people don't buy their products. Well, you're barking up the wrong tree. If you're talking to somebody who is not interested, this is just like me. If you're talking to somebody who's not interested in spirituality, why the fuck would I try to sell them some candles? They don't believe in this shit. I do. So I need to find a community. I need to find my people that are interested in these things. You can't be upset with somebody because they don't buy your stuff. Just like you can't be upset with somebody because they choose to support somebody else's business. You would think your friends would support you. That's not always the case. Your friends are not your customers. Sorry to say it. Lo siento. Your friends and your family are not your customers. Those are the people you see that always want to fucking discount and shit. Bitch, you're not my customer. You're not. They're not going to ask you to come off your prices, come down on your prices. They're not asking you to do any of that. Your customer is your customer. If your prices are too high, you know what? I don't have to buy from you. I can go buy from someone else. The difference is the quality of the product and the type of product and the customer service that you get with it. That's what you're looking at. Okay? That's what you're looking at. Understand that you are your brand. You are your brand. You are representation of your brand. I am representation of my brand. My brand seems to be, everybody knows me to be very colorful in language and very honest and blunt in my approach, but also very helpful. That is my brand. I'm raunchy. I'm not by the book whatsoever. I'm very unorthodox in my approach to things. And I say what the fuck I want to say. If you don't like it, don't fucking buy it, bitch. I don't know what else to tell you. Put shit back. Close your eyes. Go elsewhere. I don't know what else to tell you. And that's how I stay authentically me. You have to like what you're doing. Do not be a fake brand, okay? Don't be a fake brand. Be who you are. You are your brand. Because people are genuinely attracted to you. That's it. That's all. They're attracted to you. So they'll support your brand simply off the strength of you. You are your brand. Every day of the week. Representation of who you are. Like, oh, you got a business? Absolutely. I have a couple. I do this, this, and this. Oh, wow. Tell me more about it. You tell them about your business and you going on about your business. All right. If they want to buy in, they buy in. If they don't, they don't. It's okay. Everybody's not your customer. And it's okay. Find who your customer base is. Define your customer base. How do you define your customer base? What do they look like? What are their habits? What else do they like to do? What do they need? What problem are you solving of theirs? How can they relate to you and how can you relate to them? Those are questions that you need to be able to answer if you're starting a business. What does my customer look like? What do they do? What do they like? What do they like to do? You have to know all of those things. So understand your brand. When you talk to me, when you buy from me, you already know what you're getting. I tell you up front. I'm not about to lie to you. You know, I cry to you before I lie to you, and that's the truth. That's how it works. But you are your brand. Understand that. You are always your brand. The other thing, I said, oh, yeah, I think I said this. Use your gifts and talents. Use what you already have available to you to start your business. Meaning, if you already know, if you're a writer and you already know how to write, start a writing business. Especially if that's something you like to do. Do what you like to do. When you do what you like to do, it's not a business. I like doing this, therefore, it's not hard for me. I enjoy doing it. I can wake up and I can do it every day. The problem comes when people start businesses simply with the wrong intention, and that intention, the intention is to get attention or to get money or to get a title. Those are why some people start businesses. I start my business to genuinely help people because I really like doing that. There's a difference. So understanding why you're starting your business helps you to figure out what your business should be. Why are you starting this business? Well, I want to help people. I'm good at this. I'm good at that. Okay, cool. So since I'm good at this, how can I turn that into an opportunity for me to help others? And y'all, you can ask questions in the chat. So if you have questions, just answer them. I mean, ask them in the chat, and I'll answer them as I go. So understand why you're starting your business. Hey, Nora J. Understand why you're starting your business. Understand who your customers are, what they look like, what their habits are. Okay. Understand what resources you have available to you. What do you have as a resource? Understand whether or not you should or should not have business partners. All very important things. Okay. Now, coming up with your business, like your ideas. So you're going to look at what you're good at, what you have available to you, what people need right now. Is there a need for it? And how soon can you do it, and how long it will take you? Okay, she said, how do you choose if you like 3 things? Do you choose the cheapest one to start with? I would choose what I really like to do first. Out of the 3 things that I really, really like to do, I will look at what I like to do, how long it would take me to get it up and running, and how much of my time and resources it takes. So if you know that you want to start a business selling hair, but you got to find a supplier for that hair. You're going to have to find buyers for that hair. You're going to have X number of dollars for startup money. Maybe you shouldn't sell hair right now. You love hair. You love selling hair, but maybe you shouldn't sell hair right now. But people love hair and people want to buy hair, but maybe you shouldn't sell hair right now. Maybe you should start out teaching people how to buy hair. That's the easiest thing. No overhead. You don't have any overhead. The only thing you have to do is figure out the platforms to teach on. Find the people who want to buy it. Right? So where it will take you time and money and effort to get started buying hair, you can teach other people how to buy hair. You already know what to do to buy it. You just don't have the resources to do it. It takes you less time to teach than it would for you to start up trying to buy the hair. So then what do is take the money that you made from teaching people how to buy hair and start buying your hair. Now you've expanded your business. See how it starts? You have to start somewhere. Well, I started out teaching this, and then I started making it. Because it's always, you have to look at it. In fact, it's always going to be somebody who needs to learn something. Somebody always wants to know something. Always wants to know something. Teaching is probably the easiest business you could have, especially if you're skilled at it. Thank you, Soul Sister. So Purple Lily, that's how you choose which business you should start. Choose what's easiest to do and what's the cheapest thing to do. What takes less time for you to get going. When should you quit your day job? Well, if you've been hustling your business, and your business is now taking up more of your time, and you're making at least 2 or 3 times what you make at your day job, then it might be time to quit. It might be time to quit. But you have to look at all of the other factors that your day job may be giving you, i.e., health insurance, benefits. Hey, Healing by Love. What is it that your day job is giving you that you can't give yourself right now as an entrepreneur? Look at it. When do you quit your job? Well, I'm making 3 times my net pay at my job right now, or 3 times my gross pay at my job right now. But insurance is expensive. And then if I quit my job, that means I'm gonna have to do this, and this. And then if I quit my job, I'll have this, and this. Look at what you have to do. You have to make an exit strategy before you quit your job. Don't just up and quit your job. Understand that, one, you should have money already saved that's going to hold you over and hold you down for at least 3 to 6 months after your job. Okay? 3 to 6 months after you quit your job. Just in case business slows down, you have something that's going to hold you down. Okay? Make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row when it comes to your business. Okay? All your ducks are in a row when it comes to your business. You've laid it out so that if you get sick and it gets to the point where you can't do your business anymore, how are you going to function? What is your backup plan? Because as an entrepreneur, keep in mind, it's just you and your business partner if you have one. So if something happens, what's your backup plan? Well, I can't do my business no more. What's your backup plan? Yes, you have to pay yourself and save money with your business. Yes, that is true. Hi, Mr. Wood. So what's your backup plan? You quit your job. All right, because I'm making double what I make gross at my job. So now I'm in a position that maybe I can go ahead and start putting in motion that I can quit my job. But have you thought about every factor, every possible thing? Insurance, life insurance. Do you have kids? How are your kids going to function? How is your schedule going to change? What else are you going to do? How else can you expand? What overhead costs will you incur? But the requirements for you to quit, you really should already have in place on your business. Keep in mind, if you start your business and operate your business, even if it's just a hobby, start your business and operate your business as if you only work for yourself and you don't have a day job. When you do actually quit your day job, the transition shouldn't be too difficult. You should be able to just roll right into your business and still function. And then if you do quit your job, who's going to help you? Are you going to expand? Are you going to get additional help? Because now you're going to have to work a little bit harder to make sure you keep your money flowing in and expanding your business. How is all of that going to work? There are things to think about. Think about your exit strategy before you just up and quit your job. What does it look like? How long is it going to take? How much money do you have saved up? I just told you should have 3 to 6 months of float money. 3 to 6 months of float money that covers every expense that you have and every expense that you could possibly incur. So car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, medical bills, whatever your overhead costs are, inventory, taxes. If you have to pay your employees because you hired 1 or 2 people to help you, all of that. And I know I'm missing something, but you know what it is. Do your research. Have a full-out exit strategy. Make sure you have professionals in place. Get you a lawyer. Get you an accountant. to make sure that you're doing your taxes right and getting all of that stuff. Yes, it's probably costly up front, but at the same time, on the back end, you've covered yourself and you know what you need to do. So you have the support, you have professional support. Finding a good accountant that you can trust is hard. I learned my lesson with that last year, raggedy bitch. But, you know, it's all right. Got it handled and get it handled. But you have to understand that you have to get people that you can trust and who are knowledgeable. Just like I told you with your business partner, if you decide to get a business partner, your business partner should be filling in the gaps or helping you to fill in gaps. If both of y'all going this not knowing shit, you know, don't take that risk. Somebody got to know something. Somebody got to be the researcher. The other thing I may have left off when I talked about business partners is if you're going to have a business partner, I said make sure you're trusting them, but you're trusting them to know, you know, parts of the business that you don't know, but you still need to know every aspect of your business. You still need to know how your business functions. Even if you don't do that portion of the business or handle that part of the business, you still need to know how that shit works. Why? Because if something happens to your business partner, they decide they don't want to be in business no more, they, God forbid, get, you know, sick or hurt or whatever the case may be, you're going to need to take over that portion. And if your ass don't know, then what do? That's just like if something happened and all of a sudden you're getting audited by the IRS and that was your business partner's job was to handle all the accounting and you don't know shit about it, but guess what? You're just as responsible as they are because that's your business too. You're still on the hook for it. So know every aspect of your business. Know how all of it functions. Know what everyone does. Know how to do everyone's job. Even if you don't do it as well as they do it, still know how to do the shit. Because you need to be able to give direction and know what you're getting. Sometimes all you need to know is the fucking basics. Just enough so you can get out of trouble. No. Do the research. Take your time. Yep, not all partnerships last. You're right, Audrey B. It doesn't. Other thing, establishing yourself as an authority. Okay, so a lot of people jump into shit and immediately think they know everything. You don't. But you can know enough that you can build your following, right? As a business owner, you have to understand that you never stop learning. You are a life learner. You have to learn all the time. Every day, you need to be learning something, whether it be about your business or your customer or your products or a new technique or a new method, or you have to continue to learn. You never stay stuck. Why? Because as soon as things happen, you have to be able to, like Nadia said, pivot and go in a different direction if you need to. Add on new products. Change things around. Hey, AJ. You need to know these things. So if you're a business owner, your learning never stops. It continues. And I'm not saying that you always have to constantly add new inventory, add new products, all of that. No, you just have to be extremely good at what you do and do what you, or make what you're selling or teaching or whatever, do it extremely well and better than the next person. Enough to hold somebody's attention. That's what you got to do. Constantly grow. Your audience is constantly growing and changing, and you have to be able to grow and change with them. Now, Lesson. My lesson, okay. I'm a whole ass case study of my own. So last year, I started Yanking Glow in 2018. Okay, it officially launched technically July of 2018, but I really didn't start selling things until about November-ish of 2018. She said, be able to adapt to change and adjust when necessary. Yes, Audrey B. Y'all grow together, you and your audience. Yes, Nadia. Yes. So I started my business in 2018. I did a soft launch in July of 2018 and then officially launched in November of 2018. So from 2018 to 2019, my sales were pretty slow because no one knew of me. I did some marketing, but not a whole lot. I was more focused on trying to develop the product, right? And getting people to get to know the product, getting people to test the product. Oh, I gotta cut that off. I got a little snag on my sweater. Getting people to test the product and try it and getting people to get familiar with who I was, building my audience, right? COVID hit last year. And I was like, fuck. Because a good part of my business model was actually having glow parties in which I would come to your house, set up all my products. We do a whole shebang and you get to try everything. I get to explain how shit works. You get to try it out and you can buy it right there. That was my whole business, structure. And I figured it would do well because it was a crowded place on the internet, right? COVID hit. Well, bitch, you can't do that. Back to the drawing board. But little did I know, establish yourself as somebody who knows some shit, bitch. You know enough. Pivot. So what did I do? I started sharing information. What happened? COVID hit. People are nervous and scared because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to control this disease. They don't know what to take. They don't know what works. They don't know how all of this hit. So I hate to say it, but I capitalized off of people's fear. I did. But in the same token, I educated people about herbs. Why were so many people willing to try herbs at this point? Was because none of the fucking medicine that the doctors were giving you worked. There was no cure. There was no treatment. I might as well shoot an arrow in the dark and try these fucking herbs. This bitch sounds like she knows something. Damn. Okay, let's do it. So that's when my product started to fly off the shelf, my teas. My first month of COVID in March of 2020, I made $1,000. I went from making zero every month in 2019, $0 to $100 to $1,000. Okay? And the shit was steady. And I stopped marketing for a hot minute. I was just sharing information. Just telling people what to do to boost their immune system, take care of themselves. Being myself, being my authentic, crazy ass, raunchy ass self. How I presented the information to people was low level, classless, raunchy as hell, ghetto, but I knew something and the shit worked because now they know, well, damn, this crazy bitch is on to something. She might be ghetto as hell. She might be hood as hell, but she on to something. And then it came where people started to try my products because now they're referring people. And then I started using people as test threats for, oh, you got COVID. Because, when COVID first hit, like, you couldn't tell nobody you had COVID. That shit was like you had AIDS, bitch. Stay away from me. If you told somebody you had COVID, don't come near me, don't touch me, stay away from me. That shit is like AIDS when you first started. But now it's like, oh, you got COVID? Oh, okay, well, stay away from me, don't touch me. I hope you feel better. It's a little less taboo, but very much still taboo. But it wasn't like it was at first. The fear was high. And I capitalized off that fear, unfortunately. But I helped a lot of fucking people. So people started to buy my product. Yeah, people were fighting if you coughed around. Exactly. Yeah. You get your ass whooped if you coughed around somebody last year around this time when COVID first hit. You would get your ass stumped out if you thought you was going to breathe in somebody's direction. So I was able to capitalize off of that, unfortunately, but there was a need, and then it became supply and demand, right? So if you know anything about supply and demand, people were going crazy over elderberry syrup. I had plenty of elderberry syrup, but the difference with my elderberry syrup and somebody else's elderberry syrup is they gave your ass straight up elderberries. I'm an herbalist, bitch. I'm giving you elderberries. I'm giving you herbs that help your respiratory system. I'm giving you herbs that are antiviral, antibacterial. I'm giving you herbs that boost your immune system too, that detox your body. So I don't have regular ass elderberry syrup like everybody else. I got some real live, kill that shit elderberry syrup. Understand? And it's multi-use. So I'm gonna go ahead and capitalize off of that. I'm gonna charge you $25 for 8 ounces because you can't find elderberries in the store. And not only that, my elderberries just aren't elderberries. It has about 10 to 15 other herbs in it that help you with things. So in knowing that, I capitalized off of that. But little did they know, because everybody's now discovering herbs, the cost of herbs went up. So my cost to purchase my herbs, because I knew where to get them from, while everybody else didn't, my cost of herbs went up. Everybody's trying to make their own hand sanitizers and all that other stuff. My cost of my containers went up. So my prices had to go up. Supply and demand. So you have to understand that things change, but you have to be able to pivot with those changes and make a way for it. So my business grew last year. Grew because of something that was unexpected. But I had knowledge that I could share, and I had product that nobody else had. So boom, capitalized off of it. Same thing with the fucking sea moss. Capitalized off of sea moss. Everybody, all the hood people want sea moss because they seen Nipsey Hussle talk about fucking Dr. Sabi and sea moss. That's all the fuck you heard last year. Bitch, don't tell me shit else about Dr. Sabi because y'all ain't gonna follow that hard ass fucking diet. Let's start there. Okay? You motherfuckers still want to eat bacon and hamburgers and red meat on a daily basis. So that Dr. Sabi shit is going out the window because you're not doing that. And plus, wild rice is damn near $12 for a small ass bag, and you used to paying $2 for a bag of white rice. Shut the fuck up. You ain't doing Dr. Sabi no favors. Okay? Thanks. But it made it cool. Everybody, oh yeah. And not, oh, let's not talk about the sage. The whole sage thing. Everybody want to sage their house now. Clean my energy with this sage. Sage, sage, sage. Bitch, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're gonna sage your house? Why? Because Nipsey Hussle saged Lauren London and their kids every day before they left the house? Bless the children. Bless the children. By the way, if you follow me on TikTok, I did a whole video about other things you can use outside of sage, and I posted it on Instagram too. But understand, people, that this whole thing has become a shit show. Okay, it's becoming a fad, and it's really not. It's really not that. There are people who actually use herbs to heal their bodies, use herbs to treat themselves and to treat others, and it's not something to play with. Herbs can be very dangerous, and you have to be very careful with them. So do your research. Do your research. Even with me, you're not sure, you want a specific thing, and you know you might be allergic to something, tell me, bitch, so I can make you the right thing. Let me see exactly what could cause some side effects, and we gonna fix that for you. Let me know. All right, so back to the whole business thing. So anyway, my business grew because it was a supply and demand thing. People wanted knowledge. People wanted to know things. People wanted to know how the body worked and how to kill viruses and how to kill bacteria in the body and how to be healthier and how to boost your immune system. You're going to have to get out of here with that laughing. My nephew, I'm talking to my nephew over here packing teas. But you had to understand where people were coming from because they were frightened last year. They didn't know what to do. So, yes, I capitalized off of that. Why? Because it gave me an opportunity to establish myself as an authority or as a resource for information. People saw me as a resource. Oh, well, let me ask Toya. I'm pretty sure she knows this, this, and this. Well, what a lot of people don't know is I started out with a background in health. It wasn't dentistry, but in dentistry, you still have to learn all the basics of the body. And that's where I started out in both high school and college. My first 2 years of college were dentistry credits, science, heavy on the science. And I used what I knew to share that information with other people. So use what you know to establish yourself as an authority, as a resource. Make yourself a resource to people. That's what I am to you guys. I am a resource. I use what I know to help you all. I share my information. I'm not stingy with the information. Sometimes I make you pay for the shit because I had to pay for the shit. But the reality is I still give you more than what you bargained for. Okay? Whether it's you actually paying for a product or you actually taking my class. Now, I might be moving on to Patreon and doing a couple things over there, but we'll see about that. Because I have to create content all the time for Patreon. But we'll see. It just depends on what y'all want to know. Next thing, your side hustle versus your business. Okay. Stop treating your side hustle. Stop treating your business like a side hustle. Your business is your business. Okay. It is not hard. Like I told you, when it's time for you to leave your job, if you've done everything that you're supposed to do, the transition should be easy when it switches over from working for somebody else to working for myself. Okay. Now, if you start ahead of time treating your side hustle as a real legit business, it eventually becomes a real legit business and people will take you seriously. People will take you serious. They won't take you serious if you half-ass and you do some things today and then don't do it again for a month. Like, oh, that bitch, she don't never had nothing. She ain't never advertising. She ain't never promoting. She always out of supplies. I can't take her seriously. Or you're constantly taking your money in all of these different forms. Streamline the process so it's easy for you. This is your business. This is your time. This is your money. This is your effort. Therefore, you need to streamline your process. People love hitting me up and saying, hey, you got some sea moss? My response, I don't know. Check my website. Now, in my head, I probably do. I know I got CMOS, where I have access to CMOS, meaning that I have the materials to make the CMOS. But I'm not going to tell them that. Why? Because I don't want you to say, oh, can you put me some CMOS to the side and I'll cash app you? No, bitch. I run 2 websites, okay? And I don't have time to be taking orders from DMs, from Cash App, from emails, from the website, from text messages. I don't have time for all that shit. Streamline the process, send their ass to your website. That's it. Streamline to make it easy for you. If you want all of your orders to come through Cash App, which I do not suggest, make your shit look like a business. Only use Cash App if you're doing in-person events, such as a vending event. That's the only time that Cash App should be acceptable, because you have payment processors, okay? Square, PayPal, Stripe, and whatever else is out there. I just named all the free ones. But you have payment processors. Cash App is acceptable if you're out in public and people are like, oh, I don't have enough cash. Do you take Cash App? Oh, yeah, sure. Don't miss your sale. Get your coin. Get your coin. But if they don't have enough on their credit card, but they have it on Cash App and they're standing right in front of you, let them Cash App you. That's cool. You get your money. But if they're calling, they can take the time to learn your website, and place the order on your fucking website, because it's easier for you later on. Who wants to go through, okay, I know I have orders, but I can't remember exactly where that order was. Was it in my Cash App? Was it on my website? Was it in the text message? Was it on my Instagram? Social media has given us so many platforms to put ourselves on, to find customers and customers to find us, that it can drive you crazy as a business owner. Streamline your processes to make it easy for you. Your time, your money. Freeing up your time means that you have more time to create more products, more time to process more orders, more time to do your research, more time for you. That's what that means. Streamline the process. Hey, Chrissy, make it easy for yourself. Make people respect your time. That's why I made it so if you guys want to read it, book one on my website. And now I have it where if you miss your reading, if you're late and you want to reschedule it, pay that reschedule fee, because people didn't respect my time. In business, you have to set boundaries. And it's not personal, it's business. My time is my money. Okay? My time is my money. I can use my time to be making money doing other things. So my time is my money. If I'm giving you 15 minutes of my time, 30 minutes of my time, that's part of my day. That shit starts to add up when you have more and more people taking 15 minutes of your time, 30 minutes of your time. That's an hour of my day. I could have been making somebody's order, filling a product, doing a reading. But I'm just sitting here going back and forth with your ass, and you ain't paying for shit. I'm just giving out information. I'm just answering all your questions. I'm just telling you what you want to know, and you're just taking up my time just to take that same information and either capitalize on it or take that same information and then act like my information is not good enough just to go to somebody else, pay them money because they have a larger following, and they tell you the same shit. So now you're going to pay me just like you paying these motherfuckers. Because they came back and told you the very same thing I already told your ass. And I told you for free. You just didn't appreciate it. So understand, your time is valuable. Your time is to be respected. Your time is money. Your health is also your money. Okay? Take care of yourself. Don't run yourself down for other people. I know I'm not one to talk, but I'm going to tell y'all ass. Okay? Because somebody reminds me at least once a week that I'm doing too much for other people and I need to rest. And I'm so thankful for those people in my life that remind me that I am human and I too need rest. And I too need me. Because once you are run down in the ground and you can't do shit, all they gonna do is hop to the next person, bitch. That's it. They got somebody in their back pocket. You're not the only one that do this. Keep in mind, they just like you today. They like your product today. They like your sale today. But if it's somebody else that does the same shit at a cheaper, a lower price, that's where they're going. Understand that. How much should a business owner pay themselves? Sorry, the question came. You came late, and no, I actually didn't answer that. So, the majority of your money should be going back into your business. Okay, the best thing to do. There are a few apps that tell you what you should pay yourself on an hourly rate. Why do I have my skin on my lip is peeling? I bit my lip so much. I had nothing white on my lip. It's literally skin. Don't worry about that. But there are a couple apps that help you, especially for people who hand make things. Is an app that tells you how much you should be paying yourself hourly. And you can use that app to calculate how much you should pay yourself based on how long it takes you to make the product and all that other stuff, all your time and money, and it will tell you that and it'll help calculate how much you should pay yourself. Excuse me. But the whole thing is, if you're just starting out, you're not going to pay yourself right off the bat. Okay? You're just going to funnel that money right back into your business to keep it growing. You're not going to pay yourself immediately. Once you get to a point where you can pay yourself, then go ahead and do it. But the biggest thing is to keep your business flowing. So whatever monies you make, put it back into your business. Put it back into your business by either buying inventory. Put it back into your business by either marketing. Marketing is key. Having a good person for marketing. If you're not good at marketing, there are plenty of resources out here and people who do marketing and social media marketing that can help you. Nadia is one of them. Okay. Put your money back into your visibility marketing, your visibility and how your products look. Product packaging is a big thing. People love ordering things and having mail to come to them and opening pretty packages. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, my packages look like shit, but I got great products. I understand. I'm working on that. Okay, we're working on my look of my packaging. Don't worry about it. It's coming. I understand. I haven't found what I wanted, so it's gonna look like it's looking, and y'all gonna get what y'all get. But just know the shit work. Okay. Yep, I did that. I did the hood girl clap. It worked. But I'm working on it, so don't worry. But yeah, put your money back into your business. It cycles back into your business, especially if you're working really hard, trying to leave your job. Then all of your money should cycle back into your business one way or another. You know, how do you expand your visibility? Like I said, go out to public events. Ask people to share your stuff. Ask people to try your stuff. You can give out samples, run contests, do videos of you making your product or talking about your products and the benefits of it. blogs, sending it to what they call micro influencers, of people who have these vlogs or blogs that go on YouTube and do product reviews and stuff like that. You do that. But there are plenty of ways to get your products in other people's hands and get the visibility out there. I mean, get your product visible. There are a couple big influencers that you can pay big bucks. I don't suggest that you pay big bucks for these larger influencers, especially if you have not figured out a system to get your products in time. If you can't figure out how to get your products out to your customers in time, don't go out here getting these big influencers to promote your product, and next thing you know, you can't meet your customer demand. Don't do that. Don't do that, because people are going to talk bad about you and then you're going to lose customers. Okay? When you're working to manifest these things, ask for help in managing your business. When you're doing your candle work and your jars, ask for help in managing your business. Ask for resources in managing your business, know-how and knowledge in managing and being a good steward of your resources. Other thing, okay, so we talked about the side hustle. Okay, so yeah, as a side hustle, you can treat it as a side hustle, but understand this is a real business. Treat it like a real business. Set times and hours in which you talk to people about your business, how you handle your customer service, have policies in place, have a business page and a personal page. Don't treat them the same. I have business pages for both Melanated Medicine Woman and Yankee Glow, and then I have my personal page just for my shit. Okay? And the reason, here's the other thing that a lot of people don't know. I had to separate Melanated Medicine Woman from Yankee Glow, although to me, they're sort of the same thing in a sense, because I both use herbs. I use herbs for both businesses. But what I don't do is push spirituality on anyone. So therefore, I separated Melanated Medicine Woman from Yankee Glow, because Melanated Medicine Woman spoke more to your spirit, whereas Yankee Glow spoke more to your body. So they're two different audiences. Therefore, I had to separate business. I didn't want people to think that I was pushing spirituality on them. A lot of people are still Christians, which is totally fine. A lot of people still are, heavily, Bible thumpers. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with you in my comments about why I don't know when Jesus coming back and shit. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that. Why? Because he didn't even tell your black ass when he coming back. So if you don't know, I don't know. We don't know together. He said any time of day. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you about this. So therefore, I separated the two businesses. So I don't have to explain either one. Either you are or you aren't. Okay? And that's fair. It's fair to them and it's fair to me. Because I'm not going to go back. I'm not defending any of my personal views on my business page. Which brings me to the other thing. Don't argue with a bitch in your comments. Block their ass. Delete the comment and block them. That's what I did today. I deleted somebody's comment. Why? Because they thought it was cool to come and promote somebody else's business on my ad. No, you're not. That's what you're not going to do. You do that on somebody else's page, not on this. You're not welcome here doing that shit. Okay. What's the price range for a website? Well, Chrissy, that depends on, if you're trying to get a website, it depends on the functionality of your website. What do you want your website to do? What do you need your website to do? Is it more of a blog website where people don't have a whole lot of interaction that's needed? Or is it an e-commerce website where people are buying things from you? Okay, you have to look at it, because you're going to have to think about, does this website offer shipping? Shipping options that automatically calculate shipping for me. Does it have an inventory system? Does it have software that allows me to streamline my orders? Does it tap into other payment processors? Okay, so you want an e-commerce website then, Chrissy. And some of the better platforms for e-commerce that and you have to look at the SEO, the search engine optimization. You need to look at that. One of the better ones that a lot of people use is Shopify. Shopify is one of the better ones. They have annual rates and they have monthly rates, and you can look at that as an option. And I think it starts maybe around $30. That's actually about the going price for a lot of these e-commerce websites are $30 a month. That does not always include the domain name that you have to purchase and keep up every year. But yeah. You have Shopify, you have Squarespace, you have BigCommerce, you have Ecwid, you have what's the other ones? Square, which is just Square, the payment processor allows you to build a website for free. You can actually build your website for free. But there are a couple, you just have to do your research. Everything in business is about research. I can sit here and tell you 1,001 things, but the reality is you need to know how your business is going to function. You need to know how your customers think and what your customers want to do when they come to your website. And you need to understand that it needs to be easy for you to manage. That brings me to, if you hire somebody to do websites or to do work for you, again, know how that shit works and functions. Because if you're a small business and you hire a web designer and the web designer builds your business on WordPress, WordPress is not the easiest fucking platform to update. It's really not. They build within these templates, and what they do is they'll build your website on WordPress, and it's a great website, but then, bitch, you need to add 1 or 2 words. You need to go up there and add a sale. You need to put a little banner up there, or you want to change your picture, and your ass can't do it because you don't know how to work WordPress and you don't know how to write code for a website. Well, guess what? Now you got to reach back out to your web designer and pay them by the hour to go in and do the 1 or 2 little things that you fucking needed. Don't do it to yourself, bitch. Do it in a template that you know how to manage on your own to cut your costs until you're able to afford someone who handles all of that for you. If you do hire a web designer, ask them to build in a platform that you can easily manage yourself, and then make sure that whatever they're charging you, they also either give you a step-by-step tutorial via video or paper instructions. So that way, when you need to do something quick, fast, and in a hurry, and they might be out of town or they're unavailable or you don't have the money to pay their ass, you can do it on your own and you don't have to ask them. Thank you so very much. You don't have to ask them. You can do it yourself. Understand that when you're creating a business, when you're starting from the very bottom, it has to be bare bones minimum what I can do, what I have the ability to do, and what I can do on my own and handle and manage on my own right now, because I need to keep my overhead costs low. That's how you have to think. Low overhead. What I don't need to spend on this, I don't need to spend on that. Where can I cut corners? Keep in time, remember, time is money. Okay, keep in mind, time is money. So where can I cut corners, and when do I need to hire somebody to do these things? How much are they going to charge me? How much is it to maintain it? What will I need to do to maintain? Okay, keep that in mind. All right, because we're coming up on 8:30 and I started at 7 o'clock, so we're almost at an hour and a half. So again, if y'all have questions, this is the time to ask your questions. Ask your questions. because I'm going to leave in just a few minutes. I got to take my nephew back home. Establishing yourself as an authority. We talked about that. Learning, you never stop learning. Like I told you, learn from the people that you hire. If you hire them to do something for your business, have them to teach you how to do it so you'll know or have an idea on how to do it. And also, it keeps you from being jerked. Okay? It keeps people from getting over on you. If you know you have if you hired a web designer and they say, well, it should only take about 5-10 minutes to go in and change this photo. If you already have the photo, it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so you and that web designer part ways. You get a new web designer, and that new web designer says, hey, yeah, it's going to be about $100 to go in and change this one photo because it takes an hour to change a photo. Bitch, in what country? On what planet? It takes you all of 10 minutes to go in and change this fucking photo because I know how to do that. So you're charging me too much. Let me go somewhere else and find somebody that can do this and charges a fair, reasonable amount. So know enough to know when someone is taking advantage of you. Get the bare minimum, bare bones, bare basics, so you know just enough that you can't be taken advantage of. Okay? Other things really quick, get a business bank account. Okay? Credit unions are pretty good for bank accounts for small businesses. I like Navy Federal for small businesses. They don't charge you monthly fees if you don't have a certain amount in there. They don't charge you a bunch of additional other fees to do a bunch of shit. They're pretty good. PNC Bank, PNC, Peter, Nancy, Charles. PNC Bank. They're pretty good for small business owners as well. Two good banks to get your business account. Credit unions are always good for a small business. So get a small business account. Okay, Nadia said Chase has one, Mercury is good, and the other one is our credit unions. Yes. So get your small business account. That's why people weren't able to get those PPP loans, because they did not have an actual small business account. They had a personal account. And the SBA said, bitch, if you're a business, you need to have a business account. Okay? So establish yourself as a business. To establish yourself as a business, you need a tax ID number, a EIN number, which is absolutely free to get. All you do is go to the IRS website, irs.gov, and get you one. It is free. If somebody says they're going to charge you to get a fucking EIN number, don't be a dummy. That shit's free. Get it yourself. Okay? Don't pay anybody to get an EIN number. Also, to set up your LLC, that is fairly easy. Most you have to go through your state corporation, state commission corporation, whatever. SCC is what Virginia's called. But most of the time they have it set up where it's electronic. All you're doing is following prompts to set up your LLC. Do not pay somebody to set up your business structure. If you're going to get a business structure, simple thing. Follow the instructions on the state website. Some states do charge a fee, maybe $100, $200 tops for your LLC, but do not pay somebody to get your LLC. It is a matter of reading and following prompts. Take the time to read for yourself and follow a prompt, because that's how most state websites are set up. To get your LLC, it will ask you for your articles of incorporation. That typically, if it's set up in the system, it's automatically generated when you sign up for your LLC. It's a matter of putting your business name in there, having your EIN number and all that other stuff. Get your EIN number first, then get your I'm hot, y'all. Get your EIN number set up first. Then get your LLC set up. Then get your state tax ID. If you're not going to do anything, if you want to fly under the radar, your business is you're not going to really push your business yet, but you want to get everything set up, don't worry about getting your state tax ID. The state tax ID is not required to get a business bank account. But for a business bank account, you will need your EIN number, your articles of incorporation, and your LLC certificate. Okay? You will need those 3 things to get a business bank account. So get those 3 things. They are free. You can also, if you have to do your own articles of incorporation, Google templates for articles of incorporation for LLC, and Google will give you all of the templates. But most of them are automatically generated through the state's website, and you can print them out. When you print your SCC, your LLC certificate, limited liability corporation. That's what LLC is. LLP is limited liability partnership. Okay, they're just pass-through entities. But yeah, if you're not gonna move numbers, I don't suggest you start collecting state taxes until you're like really making money and doing a lot of business. Okay, because then that means you have to pay your state taxes probably every month or every quarter. So again, overhead. And the state taxes are based on whatever your revenue was for that month. Guys, really is about, can LLC have multiple umbrella? I don't understand your question, Chrissy. Nadia can help you start a business. Go to her website. She will help you walk through the process. Go through the whole brain dump and narrow down what it is that you're trying to do. I'm only pushing her because, guys, she's always on. She's honest. She ain't trying to get over. Just pay her what she's asking. She's not trying to get over. But the girl does a damn good job. That's all I'm going to tell you. Yes, if you miss your tax fee, your tax deadline, they will charge you a fee. In Virginia, it is $10. Betty B said in New York, it is $50 if you don't file your state taxes on time every month or every quarter. Okay. So I've touched a little bit on some of everything. This video is going to be up. Do I do business coaching? Yeah, I do. I had a whole ass business where I was a business coach. That was my business when I actually worked for myself. Yes, every business should have its own EIN number. Every business, I don't give a fuck how many businesses you have, unless it's doing something of the same thing. Every business should have its own EIN number and bank account. For the most part. It's some way, I haven't figured out, I don't know this part, but how you have a corporation with multiple brands or branches under it. There is a way that you can do that. I haven't figured that part out yet. That is above my pay grade. Also, other resources for you. Check your local state. Your local state and your local government development websites. Department of Development. They typically have grants and programs for small businesses. They also have a lot of resources to help you get started if you're establishing a business in their city. They typically have grants, they have workshops, they have a lot of that stuff. Nadia, please put up your website, please. so people can help you, not help you, so you can help people start their business. Guys, I don't give a fuck if you just book a brainstorming session where you just pick her brain and she can help you get it nailed out, figured out, and on paper. The other thing is, like I said, plan your business. You don't have to have a business plan to get a business account, but it is to have a business plan is good if you have loans, but it also is very good to see how you want to plan your business and figure out where you want your business to go and grow, how you want it to grow, how you want to market it, it helps you to answer all of those questions. Okay? But there are plenty of grants out here right now, especially for minorities, especially for women, small business grants, especially for unique businesses. If you have unique businesses that most people, don't necessarily do, try it out. Let them tell you no is my favorite saying. Do not count yourself out. Let them tell you no. Apply for the shit. If Donald Trump can win president, your ass can get a grant. Okay? Let them tell you no. Apply for the grant any fucking way. All it takes is a few minutes. Take a bit of your time. Just have your ducks in a row and make sure your shit looks professional and you're good. Also, stay away from doing crazy ass shit like these PPP loans and that EIDL loan. Remember, they were giving out grants for that EIDL loan. And I knew people that faked the damn business. This bitch was the candy lady, the neighborhood candy lady, and she said it was a business, and they gave her the damn grant, the SBA. They had nothing in place to prevent dumb shit like this. But don't fuck yourself, okay? Don't play with that government money because they're going to get you one way or another. Don't play with it. Have your ducks in a row and be legit. Be a legit business. Also, customer service. I'm going to touch on this real quick and I'm going to stop. Make sure you have your policies in place. Make sure you have open and transparent communication with your customers. So if you're not going to get their shit out in time, let them know that. If you have a backlog of orders, reach out to your customers and say, hey, we're running behind on orders. It'll be X number of days, weeks, months before you get your order. And when they do get their order, throw something in there for them, whether it's a 10% discount, an extra item, an upgraded order, whatever it is. Provide great customer service to them, okay, for your fuck up. You don't have to do it, but do it because you're trying to build a relationship. All right. Comparisons. Keep in mind there are 30 different types and brands of bread on the shelf. Your bread matters, okay? Do what you need to do to stand out in the marketplace and understand that you are capable and able of competing. Okay? Any other questions? Nadia's website is www.thebrandsandbands.com. She's taking on new clients. You can book a consult. You can book a marketing consult. You can book a brainstorming session. She has options. Okay? And if you were on this live or watch this live and you reach out to her, let her know, and she might throw you a little bone, give you a little homegirl hookup with a little some extra on top. You understand? Maybe. But am I taking on clients? Not right now, really. But I do have an option on my website for booking for a brainstorming session. If you guys would like me to conduct a help me start my business workshop, hit that one and I'll go ahead and put that in motion, and I'll make it so if we do this workshop, I'll bring in some other people to really help you with your business. Okay, so if you're interested in a Start My Business workshop, help me start my business workshop where you can ask all the questions. We can help you with, business plans, banking, setting up your LLC, whatever. If you're interested in something like that, hit that one. I'm not taking on clients for real. What I'm doing, because I got to focus on my own goddamn business. Y'all see what my damn labels look like? They look like that for a reason, because I got to get, shit designed. Okay, I'm working on some changes. We're working on some changes. And I'm also working on the subscription box for Melanated Medicine Woman. I think I'm going to do a Zodiac subscription box. I'm not sure yet if I wanted a Zodiac subscription box or just a monthly subscription box. Trying to figure out how I want to do this thing. But see, that's what I need. I have to sit down. That's why I can't be focused on everybody else's shit. But I am a person with ideas and I am a person with vision. So if you tell me your idea, I can help you build it out. So you can book a brainstorming session with me, because I just come with pen and paper, because I am a over the top thinker. I really am. I'm very much, I give way too much information. Way too much information, and it can be overwhelming. So understand that. But yeah, you can book with Nadia, you can book with me for brainstorming. If y'all are interested in me hosting a webinar or class to help you with starting your business, and we can walk you through your LLC process, EIN number, business plan, answering questions, figuring out your customers, all of that stuff, your whole marketing piece, let me know. I mean, I told y'all to type 1. Y'all ain't typed none, so y'all ain't interested. But if you are, get at your girl. Okay. All right. So it's been 1 hour and 42 minutes. If I do not have any additional questions, I'm going to go ahead and call this a wrap. I thank you so very much. Hopefully Vita can come. I don't write grants, baby. I don't like writing because I do it for my day job. I do it for my day job, and I don't like writing because I got to do it for a day job all day long, and I don't like it. I can give you some guidance. I can even maybe help you edit, but I don't like grant writing. I do know someone who actually writes grants. So if you want me to connect you with her, I can connect you with her. So yeah, it's so funny. I was actually 18 credits deep in getting my master's in nonprofit management, where I had to learn how to write grants. Anyway, and programs. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Any other questions before I go? Yes, not the DBA, also known as doing business as. Yes, that's when you operate your business under a different name. Correct. They actually charge you. I know here they charge you a $10 fee to change your name as a DBA. They charge you a $10 fee, and then other than that, you have to call whatever your business. So technically, my business name is Yank and Glow LLC. But if I want to just go by Yank and Glow, that is my DBA name. Okay. Yank and Glow is my DBA name because my technical name is Yank and Glow LLC. So it means I have to pay $10 to go by Yank and Glow. But guess who ain't paying that? Because y'all don't need to know that. Y'all, it is not gonna make y'all no, never mind. Okay. Just don't worry about that little funky $10, and I'm gonna just roll with Yank and Glow. And nobody has to worry about that but me. Okay, well, I see a couple ones. So if you're indeed interested in doing a business session, where we help you guys. And keep in mind, we will do this via Zoom. Okay. Also, I'm thinking of starting a Facebook group. If you guys are interested in doing a Facebook group where we can just, share all types of tips, shit, and stuff in there, let me know. I'll start a Facebook group. Here's the thing. I'm in a couple of these Facebook groups for spiritual people, and Lord is the blind leading the blind. Some of these people who are moderators of these groups don't want people to learn. So what they do is turn on the filter where you have to have your comment approved before, or your post approved before it shows up in a group. I've posted in this group a couple times, just some babs, because it's like so many broken women and people who are about to bind themselves through period blood, all types of shit. Anyway, I posted in the group a couple times very helpful information to keep people from fucking themselves up. And you know what? They never approve my post. So that lets me know that these groups are there to capitalize off of people who do not know. Okay? They do not want people teaching in these groups. Be aware of being in these groups and seeing certain information out there. Do your fucking research, because some of these people in there are about their dollar and trying to take your money. They're capitalizing off of your innocence in not knowing, okay, how half of this stuff works. So understand that. All I did was posted the YouTube video on how to do a roll opener bath. They wouldn't even approve it. So yeah, they're not there to actually help you. They're there to capitalize off of brokenness and keep a bunch of fuckery going. Be careful in these Facebook groups. There are a couple of Facebook groups that I really like because they are teaching. The people are helpful and they do share a lot of information, and I like those groups. And it's only 2 that I've been in that are like that. Everything else is some fuck shit. But okay, all right, I'm going for it this time. Bye, y'all. I'll let y'all know about the class if y'all are interested. Okay. All right. Good night. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I wish you the best day ever. And hopefully next week we'll have Vita on. Got to see how Vita feels about coming live, and it'll have to be on Zoom if we do it. It'll have to be on Zoom if we do it, because that's the only way we're going to be able to see everybody. So if we do a Zoom, make sure y'all show y'all ass up next week. Don't be having my Zoom looking empty and shit. All right. All right, y'all. Good night. Thanks for watching. I hope I was able to help you guys and pour into you about starting your business and give you some information. This video will be up, so you can rewatch it. You can go back and watch it if you came in late. Be sure to like, click, share. Help me get my subscribers up, so that way, I have, some other people to share my shit, and maybe we can take this shit on the road. All right. Bye, y'all.